Hey guys, I'm going to try and do a quick stream on how I prepare for an FAI race. I will focus on the manufacturers, which is happening on Wednesday. So I haven't put in any times as yet. But so the first thing I do is I'll have a look at what track it is. It's Sedegna, road track B. 12 o'clock cloudy, 12 laps, rolling start, fuel is ×4 and tyres ×2. Racing medium only, okay. And obviously your manufacturer, which for me is Toyota in Group 4. If there was different tyre types, I would then go down in the race details, have a look at the tyre requirement, which is none at the moment because it's just one tyre. But that if it was soft, medium, hard here, racing soft, medium, hard, it might just say requirement hard. So at least I know I have to have hard tyres. I'll then move across to before I start, I'll have a look at the friends list, which at the moment there's only 3, and have a look at their times. So minute 25, minute 27 is pretty much a goal for me. 25s, they're 2A drivers, so maybe not reachable for me. 27 is Takuma, it's probably more realistic. I get the feeling, although depends on the car, I'm in the Toyota, but I should be around the 27. Don't think I'll hit a 25. Then I'll move over to the top 10 to see what lap times the top 10 are doing. So if I can get close, even if I get close to the 25s, that'll give me some level of confidence within the race. Being a B driver, yeah. So I mean, if I'm doing lap times of a minute 31, that's a warning sign to me of maybe this race isn't for me. The other thing with the top 10 is having a look at the cars that are in the top 10. Now you can see there's a Sirocco and a TT. Up the top here, there was quite a bit of Siroccos and TT, the FF cars. This is a small windy track, and for me the Siroccos enjoy this type of track. There's a lot of corners, sharp bends, hill climbs. Heavy cars don't really do too well in my eyes. A lot of tyre wear, but the smaller cars tend to enjoy it. Tyre wear isn't a lot, so ×2. And only 12 a lap, so I think maybe like the Siroccos will fare quite well in this race. So then I will move over to the practice. Obviously I don't have to worry about what type of tyre I'm going to have, or what car I'm going to have. It's a manufacturer, so the car's already selected, the tyres are already selected. It's really just a matter of looking at what brake balance and let's say traction control. Generally I'll use 0 unless tyre wear is quite high, but ×2 I'll probably not need it at all. And then brake balance, I tend to always, doesn't matter what car, I tend to always lean the brake balance to the back, because I want to look after the front tyres for all the steering. So in general I tend to lean towards the back to keep them alive longer. If there is very minimal tyre wear, I might be more towards 0, for example. Anyway, and then I'll head out considering these times here. So I'll just have a quick run. Now when I do my laps, I'll usually hit record, which is hitting the share button twice. We'll start recording what I'm doing, and I might start in brake balance in the middle on one particular, or I do at least 2 laps, and then I'll just dial it to 1, do another 2 laps, dial it to 2, do another 2. And the reason why I'm recording it is if I've done 12, 14 laps, lap 8 might be my fastest time. Well, what was my brake balance? What was my traction control? At least I can look back on the recording and see that, brake balance 1 helps me out quite a bit. Obviously, doing that amount of laps also helps you get more familiar with the track, where to brake. And usually I find the more laps I do, the faster I go anyway, because I'm slowly getting more comfortable with the car and the track together. So, like I said, I'll just wind through. If I feel like I'm a little bit loose on the track, like I'm just, you could slide or overpower the car and spin it, then I would start looking at moving traction control on as well, and seeing if keeping the car more stable gives me a bit more confidence. Does it help me with my lap times? Did I just... oh, yeah. I forgot, that's my very first lap ever. So obviously, I mean, I wasn't going 100% there, but eventually I'll get near. Look, I'm 4 seconds ahead, 5. So I wasn't really trying that hard that first lap. So yeah, like I said, I'll do a number of laps around here, and then eventually find out my best setup, which is what I think will be the best. So what I mean by that is, if my brake balance is +1, doing that 12 laps a bit later, I might find that my fronts wear a lot, so I'll then tend to wind my brake balance back a bit to try and protect those front tyres. Anyway, so we'll move on from there. Sorry, just one more thing. If I'm struggling a bit, or if I'm interested, I will then go back to the, oops, not that one. Go back here. I will then head down to the top 10, and I might just look at, hopefully if there's the same car, like a Toyota 86, I'll then click on that. Let's say that Genesis is an 86 car. Click on it and have a look at their replay, and I'm looking at where they're braking, their driving lines, what gears, you know, when are they over, you know, over revving the car or short shifting. So I'll look at their replay, and even what you can do is when you're in practice, I forgot to mention, so I don't do this all the time, but occasionally I do if I really want to try and get a really good time. And this usually occurs if I'm real close to the top 10 and I want to get in it. So just hopping back in here. So what you can do is load a ghost. So display loaded ghost on, display personal best ghost. I'll turn that off. So a loaded ghost is on. You can go over to here, top 10, and any person there with a red arrow, you can load them up. So this guy down here without an arrow, he hasn't saved his fastest time, you can't use him. But I could then decide I will use the Viper, load ghost. And then once he's loaded, when I'm doing my lap times, his ghost car will be there as well. So, just show you that. I think he appears once you finish the start-finish line. So the car I chose there, I think it was a Viper. So you should, if I just slow a bit. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, it's a Viper. So I'll be able to then try and follow him, and each lap just try and catch up to the guy. So anyway, so that's another thing you can do. So once I've got my car set up and I've got my fastest time, and then I'll have an idea of what my average time is, I'll then move on to a custom race. So looking at the settings, so 12 o'clock, 12 laps, that's easy to remember. 12-12, rolling start, 4 and 2, and medium. So down to custom race. What track was it again? This one. 12 o'clock. Toyota 86. 12 laps. Now, could have 20 cars. I want as little as possible. I don't want to be interrupted. I want to find out, and it's a rolling start. Boost off. I don't want to have any other cars in there where they might be blocking me and getting in my way. You know, I want to see what my true... What was it? 4? I think it was 4 and 2. Group 4, professional. And start. So if it was a strategy race, I don't want any other car on the track. So you have to have at least one here. Do the laps, 12 laps, and then snapshot the final time it took me, and then try a different strategy and see what's the best. And the other reason for being here is if I'm still unsure, I don't want to be seat balance power on. I don't want to be hopping into a lobby with other people and having no idea what to do. So the point of being here is I've got my setup, 0 traction, brake balance +1 if that's what I chose. But the point of being here is I want to see 12 laps. How much fuel do I have? Will this car last 12 laps, which looks like it will. If it was down to 11, then I'd have to think, well, I could stay out on track and just fuel save a bit. Or if it was down to 8 laps of fuel, then I'd know I have to pit. So it looks like fuel isn't an issue. So straight away, 1 tyre required, racing medium. This looks like a no stopper. which is for me a bit disappointing. So there's one thing, looking at fuel, but then now it's looking at tyre wear. So I'll go through the whole 12 laps looking at my lap times and my tyre wear. And if my lap times are generally fast, like I was practicing, but my tyres are wearing a lot, by lap 6 they're dead, then I'm going to have to start putting my brake balance back. And it's getting a feel for the car, like at the end of the 12 laps, how do the tyres feel? What are my lap times like? Should I consider protecting my tyres? And if the tyres were wearing a lot, then I might need to consider putting on a bit of traction control to hopefully prevent the wear. So it looks like my pit crew will have a weekend off. Alright, so I will do 12 laps and have a look at my tyres. Obviously, I know how my fuel's going to go, but at the end of the 12 laps, I'll get a snapshot of that and see what it looks like. So once I've done my 12 laps, and if it was a strategy race, I might be trying out different strategies, which is, you know, medium first then soft, or soft then medium, or just if it's medium required only, do I only go medium? So I'll do that 12 laps again and again to see what's the quickest, I guess, most efficient. So from there, once I've got a strategy set up, I will then move over to excuse me, to the lobby section and throw myself into a lobby with other people. So on that track, gotta find it now. There it is. No, not that one. It's Sedeka. Down here. There we go. Road track B, I believe. Yeah. So training. So hopefully you'll find people who are practicing, and then hop into a group. And the point of doing that, then, if I've done 12 laps on a custom race on my own, I need to hop in with other people to compare my strategy and lap or race time compared to other people, hopefully within the same class. You know, so like for me, being a B driver, I might hop into that one if there are enough races in that race, but also to get a feel for the pace of the race. There are certain races where they're just pretty clean and you can just use your skills to try and get ahead. Others are just smash and bash, and usually the one type races are just smash and bash because everyone's got the same powered car. No one's got an advantage, so the only way you can get past people is smash them off the track, unfortunately. So yeah, so I'll hop into a lobby and yeah, get some practice with other people, seeing where the best overtaking places are, having a look at the strengths and weaknesses of my car compared to other people. So I might be in a lobby with two Siroccos in the group, and they're just flying past. Well, I know if I hop into my FIA and there's Siroccos, just let them go, you know. Is my car strong, or is it weak? Guys, that's pretty much it. You know, I just have a look at. I just hop out and track and do some practice runs to try and get a car set up. Maybe have a look at replays of other people and see what's making them faster than me. What are they doing that I might not be doing? Once I've got a setup that I think is right, then I'll hop over to custom race and do the 12 laps and see, does that actually work over 12 laps? Because the practice is just, you know, one lap, you know, hot laps without any tyre wear or fuel consumption. So custom race is good for that, to get an idea. And then when I've built up a bit more of a strategy and confidence, I feel like I know what I'm doing, then I'll move over to a lobby and race with other people I don't know and see how I go against other cars. And then the final step is actually getting into your FAI race, hopefully with a strategy that you've selected. You know the strengths and weaknesses of your own car, and you have some level of confidence. Even though I like to start at the back, sometimes I do feel a bit confident in what I'm going to do, and I stick to my strategy, and hopefully it just pays off. So hopefully that's all helped. Go over this video again if you know, in the future, if you feel like you just need to go over a few things again. Hopefully it's guided you on what to do. It may not be exactly what is the best thing to do, but that's what I do. I usually try and start from the beginning and work my way through, not just on the day hop in with no practice at all, not knowing what strategy to do. It's not a good idea. And all the best. So hopefully you enjoyed the stream and you got something out of it, and hope to see you on track soon. Until next time, see you again.